get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on last year's national champion, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the game. And he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
Will take over. First and 10.
On the double.
He'll start this drive firing. Guard in the backfield. It's Akbar. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10, it's got to make a statement tonight.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
With the catch, it's Westbrook. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The seventh play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. Gets it out quickly. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Has to get there to move the sticks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to get the edge on the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks have it with a first and goal. They're going to run it. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense cashing it in on that drive. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give on the inside. They needed to find enough space and get... forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Gets open down the middle.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Back to pass, it's Gibbs. Caught over the middle, it's Malone. And he's dragged down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side? First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air on second down. It's complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this line.
Looking downfield, it's Gibbs. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The extra point here would tie the game. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second.
On the set.
Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on! Made a defender miss. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Colorado is getting stomped. You could bring back any of the greats they've had there, Cordell Stewart or Rashaan Salam. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 14 to Florida. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Makes the catch. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The Horned Frogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
And think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wall. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Brings it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
TCU 7.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Gibbs. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they... the turnover.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Grabbed in the middle, it's Walt. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Malone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Westbrook. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense told us coming in, they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Gonna run it. It's Gray. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
TCU 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
Returner brings it up to the 24. And your Oregon Ducks will take over 1st and 10.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Gibbs. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Once he got some room, it was over. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He fires one deep down the right side.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Westbrook. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Ducks decide to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's got it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air, it's Gibbs. Makes the catch, it's Wall. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step one in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's with pressures, but when you get the sacks and now you get them behind the sticks and put them in more predictable situations, that is exactly what you want from your defense.
Connection to the right. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Malone. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Right on the money. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits.
And that's got to be a big-time break because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Finds the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Got some room to run at the 20. Touchdown, TCU! The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David can swing the momentum. There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
TCU, 35. Oregon, 28.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's popping. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Under fire. They're working that left side. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
He'll try to do it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is in the air. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Finds a man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Gibbs. Got the back over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. Snagged out of the air. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical
breaks into the open. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run it from the gun. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
And the Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well give it to him again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Looking for a crease. It's McKenzie. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Zings it complete to the right.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Westbrook. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Fires left. Makes a connection. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to pass. Lets it fly. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to get it back to the other?
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Horned Frogs inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, TCU.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. On the move, it's McKenzie. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for a loss. Now you've got 4th and down.
And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it.